whispering in the wind. A small group of Hadzabe men and women walk gracefully through the lush green, their eyes scanning the trees for treasures. In their hands, baskets slowly fill with vibrant fruits glowing under the dappled sunlight. Imagine a taste untouched by time, ingredients plucked straight from nature's pantry, guided by knowledge passed down for thousands of years. The Hadzabe, one of the last true hunter-gatherer tribes on Earth, live in harmony with the land in ways most of us can only imagine. Every fruit they pick, every hive they climb, tells the story of survival and tradition woven into their daily lives. To witness their food culture is to glimpse a way of life that has nearly disappeared from the modern world. Now, step closer. The camera lingers on glistening wild honey dripping from combs, crimson forest berries shining like jewels, and roots freshly pulled from the earth. These are not ordinary ingredients, they are gifts of the wild, carefully gathered and celebrated. What follows is a culinary ritual rarely seen by outsiders, a Hadzabe recipe blending forest fruits with raw honey, simple yet profound, ancient yet alive. This is not just food, it is memory, connection, and survival preserved in taste. Prepare to witness an intimate moment with the Hadzabe tribe, a feast that carries the flavor of history itself, wide-shot, lush African forest. Sunlight cuts through the canopy. The Hadzabe walk barefoot, their movements calm but purposeful. Opening the unseen world. Imagine a taste untouched by time. Ingredients plucked straight from nature's pantry. Contextualization. Close-up, hands reaching for bright berries, children carrying woven baskets. The Hadzabe are one of the last true hunter-gatherer tribes on Earth. Their way of life, nearly unchanged for thousands of years, offers us a rare glimpse into humanity's ancient bond with nature. Building anticipation. Camera pans across a beehive in the crook of a tree. Honey drips like liquid gold. A Hadza climbs swiftly, retrieving the hive with ease. Here, food is more than survival, it is tradition. Every hunt, every harvest, every drop of honey connects them to ancestors who walked this same land. Ingredients teaser. Slow-motion shots, wild honey glistening, crimson berries tumbling into a basket, roots brushed clean against stone. Glistening wild honey, exotic berries, and fruits of the forest, simple, pure, untouched. Together, they form the foundation of a recipe as rare as the tribe who keeps it alive. The dish reveal. The Hadza gather, mixing honey with fruits. Children laugh, elders taste, sharing is central. This is not a recipe you'll find in cookbooks or kitchens. This is living heritage, a culinary tradition passed from generation to generation, kept alive through the rhythms of the forest. 2:10, Closing Reflection. Final.
The Hadza tribe of Tanzania, living along the rugged edges of Lake Eyasi and the Great Rift Valley, are among the last true hunter-gatherer peoples on Earth. Their way of life has endured for tens of thousands of years, and with it, a treasury of knowledge that is as rare as it is profound. Among the many strands of their cultural wisdom, traditional medicine stands out as one of the most sacred, practical, and deeply respected. It is not written in books or carved into stone, but carried in memory, whispered through stories, and practiced with careful observation of the land. For the Hadza, medicine is not a separate discipline, it is life itself. Every step through the forest, every hunt across the savannah is also a lesson in healing. The plants they gather, the honey they harvest, the roots they unearth, and the animals they track are all bound to their understanding of health and survival. Illness, injury, or weakness is never seen as random misfortune. It is part of the ongoing dialogue between people and the natural world, a reminder to respect the balance that sustains them, nature as the first healer. The Hadza know the land with an intimacy most of us can scarcely imagine. A child growing up in the tribe quickly learns to recognize the shapes of leaves, the bitterness of certain roots, the sweet scent of medicinal flowers, and the sharp warning of toxic plants. By adolescence, they can identify dozens of species not just by name but by their specific powers. The baobab tree, immense and ancient, towers as a symbol of nourishment and healing. Its fruit pulp, rich in vitamin C, strengthens the body against weakness and disease. Its leaves, crushed and applied as poultices, are said to draw out infection from wounds. The fibrous bark, when prepared correctly, can soothe fevers. Wild tubers, buried treasures beneath the dry earth, are more than food. They carry cooling properties, used to restore hydration and balance during illness or exhaustion. Elders tell children that the earth hides medicine underfoot, teaching them that digging carefully is an act of trust between the people and the land. Honey, prized above almost all else, is medicine, food, and spiritual nourishment. The Hadza brave stings and climb perilous trees to reach wild hives, guided at times by the remarkable greater honey guide bird, which leads them to hidden nests. Honey is applied to wounds to prevent infection, consumed to soothe sore throats, and mixed with herbs to fortify the sick. To the Hadza, honey is life-giving sweetness, a gift meant to heal both body and spirit, healing through knowledge and ritual. Traditional healing is guided not only by practical experience but also by a sense of reverence. Some illnesses require not just herbs but ritual acts of balance, songs sung, prayers whispered, or a healer's touch to guide recovery. The healer, often an elder who has spent decades listening to the land, becomes a bridge between knowledge and spirit. For stomach pain, bitter roots are chewed directly, their taste both remedy and warning that strength comes with discipline. For respiratory issues, leaves are burned and the smoke inhaled to clear the chest. Fever is treated with infusions made from bark, brewed into strong earthy teas that purge sickness through sweat. Yet even as these remedies heal, they are not extracted carelessly. To take medicine from nature is to engage in relationship. Only what is needed is gathered, and often words of thanks are spoken. This way, the land is never stripped, and future generations will find the same abundance. Medicine is cultural memory. Each plant, each remedy, carries a story. Elders tell of how ancestors discovered a certain root during a time of famine, or how the bark of a tree cured a fever that once swept through the camp. These stories are not mere folklore. They are records of survival, encoded in narrative so that every new generation will remember. At night, around fires that flicker beneath the open stars of the Rift Valley, these teachings are passed on. Children listen as their grandparents describe the properties of plants, recalling how the Hadza have walked these same lands for millennia without losing their way. In this way, medicine is not only healing but also identity, a thread that ties each person to their ancestors and to the earth itself, a lesson for the modern world. In today's world, where synthetic drugs line shelves and urban life often severs our bond with nature, the Hadza stand as living reminders of a different path. Their knowledge shows us that healing need not come only from laboratories, but can also be found in roots and leaves, in honey and water, in the wisdom of observation and respect. To walk with the Hadza is to be reminded that health is not just the absence of sickness, but harmony with the rhythms of the land. The body, the community, and the environment form a single whole. Their remedies are not relics of a forgotten past. They
Mediation and conflict resolution. Women often act as mediators within the family and community, helping resolve disputes and maintain harmony. 5. Interaction with men and hunting life. While men hunt, women play supportive roles. Assisting hunters, women may help with tracking, skinning, or preparing hunted animals. Meal distribution. They ensure that meat and gathered food are shared fairly among family members, which reinforces social bonds. Flexible roles. In times of scarcity or special circumstances, women may temporarily take on additional responsibilities to support the camp. 6. Resource trade and barter. Hadzabe women also engage in trade. Local bartering. Women may exchange gathered fruits, honey, or crafts with neighboring communities for goods the Hadzabe cannot produce themselves, such as metal tools or clothing. Knowledge as currency. Women's expertise in plants, herbs, and medicinal knowledge is sometimes sought by outsiders, giving them influence beyond the immediate camp. 7. The daily rhythm. A Hadzabe woman's day is structured around survival, community, and family. Early morning, collect water, prepare children for the day, and check camp conditions. Morning to midday, gathering wild fruits, tubers, and honey, teaching children about plants and the environment. Midday, return to camp, prepare meals, and share food with the family. Afternoon, assist in household chores, maintain fires, care for the young, and engage in social or ritual activities. Evening, cook the evening meal, supervise children, participate in storytelling, singing, or communal discussions before resting. Conclusion. Hadzabe women are indispensable to their community. While men's hunting activities often draw attention,